Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I decided to make one of these, these tier lists videos. I'll probably make a little bit more in the future if you guys do enjoy this one. This one's a little bit more simple. We're just going to be talking about kingdoms here and, best to worst. I'm going to put them on there, then I'm also going to, probably move them around as well once I see the final list that I'm going to make up. I'm going to give my opinions on why, and we're going to go from there. It's going to be a little bit, kind of a chill video. But alright, so before we do start, the person who made this tier list for some reason made this, what do you call it? It's yellow. So I'm just going to list off what each one is, right? So the first one is Aserai. If I'm saying any of these wrong, I don't want to hear it, alright? Appreciate it. Next one is Battania. Then we have the Khuzait. Then we have the Western Empire with Gyarios. We have the Southern Empire with, what's her name? Regia. It's the RH, the lady. Then we have Sturgia, we have Vlandia, and then we have, this is the Northern Empire with Lucan, one or the other one. It's Lucon. I don't want to hear if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong. You hear me? But alright, let's get to it. So, I think I'm just going to go in this order. Okay, so the Aserai. So the Aserai, in my opinion, they're very solid. I want to say B or A. I'm going to say B. Now, here's why I say B. The Aserai, they got some strong units. They got some terrible units. But I think the advantage that they have that's very, very good for them is where they're located on the map. Regardless of what game you play, very rarely do you see them get completely taken over. They always hold some land down there all the way to the south. And they have a very good choke point. And a lot of games that I have played personally, they haven't really been touched. Like, yeah, maybe like the, what's that town? Amprilla, all the way to the right of the map. That one gets taken by the Khuzait or the Southern Empire. But other than that, they do keep a nice stronghold at the bottom. So I think they're kind of reliable in my opinion, right? They have a very good horseman as well. So that's where that's going. Now, Battania. Look, so in terms, okay, before I put it down there, in terms of units, they have the best archers in the game, by far, not even close. So that gives them a good edge, but in terms of keeping their land, I'd have to put it at a B as well. Now, hear me out. So, Battania, I feel like they have a terrible spawn. Terrible spawn. Like, they're in the middle of everything. While they do have very close towns, which makes it, very profitable and very prosperous. Obviously know that it's actually very easy to defend as well because they're very close together. So it's kind of an advantage, but at the same time, they're right in the middle of like everybody, and that kind of is a very big disadvantage. I would have put them at a C if that's the only thing that mattered, but in terms of their units, very, very good archers, and archers are very key to any good army, so that's why they got the B instead of the C. Now, Khuzait, it's not even close. It's not even close. And in the current game state, horsemen of any kind are good. Then horse archers are just too good. And the fact that the Khuzaits, they just, their armies always consist of a good amount of horse archers. The fact that, they can be attacked by 3 different kingdoms and they would still somehow keep all their land. They're very powerful. They're very strong. They're very mobile. Obviously, the speed bonus, one of the best, what do you mean, like the beginning perks you can get as like a kingdom bonus. The best one in the game by far. It's not even close. So right now, I think they hold a very, very strong position as of the game state right now. Now, this is the Western Empire with Gyarios. I'll put it at a C. I'll put it at a C. They kind of stick around for a little bit. Usually they get taken over by Vlandia or Battania, so they can't be better than, obviously Battania, because they always just do kind of okay, in my opinion. I've never seen them do too good. I've never seen them do too bad. Their units, obviously, they have the same units as all the other empires. The horsemen, the Imperial horsemen, the fully chained out one is very, very good, but you don't really see it. Well, you do see it, but you only see like if you attack an army of like 1,000, you only see like 4 or 5 of them. I feel like if they had more horsemen that were fully leveled up, I feel like they would be a good force. Their infantry's kind of good too, but they're just not. Like, when I fight the Empire, I'm not afraid, if that kind of makes sense, right? If I was to fight Khuzait, I'd be kind of worried. Aserai, sometimes if they're fully upgraded. Battania, again, if they have a lot of archers, yes, I'm afraid to lose some, right? But fighting the Western Empire, I'm never just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, they never just, they never hold it, in my opinion. Southern Empire, now, see, I want to put them at the C, but for some reason, all the games that I've played, they've done better than all the other empires. Like, every single time. I'm going to do a B, but it's like a B minus. B minus, it's a little bit better than a C plus. I say this because while they have the same kind of units as the other two, they always etch out a little bit more. And it's very surprising because they're always next to the Khuzaits, right? And the Khuzaits are very, very powerful. But there's something about the Southern Empire where they always just do a little bit better. You know what I mean? This could be a B or a C, to be honest with you, but I'll put it at a B. I think they're the best out of all the empires, right? I think they have the best kind of starting location, in my opinion, even though they are starting right next to the Khuzaits. I don't know how to explain it, really. Next, we have Sturgia. I would have put them at D tier if before the updates to, like, you know, all the kingdom stuff. I'm going to put them at C now. They're starting to hold their own. They're starting to actually take stuff that's outside of their region, and they're not just getting taken over right away. So I think that was some good changes by the devs, but they're still not good, if that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Their kingdom bonus, garbage. It's like literally like the dollar store version of the Khuzait bonus. You know what I mean? It's like what, like whenever it's snowing, you move a little bit faster. It's very bad in my opinion. But they do hold their own. They don't get destroyed. But you know what I mean? Like, see again, like, yeah, I'll keep it like this for now. I think they're getting better, but they're not fully there yet. Vlandia, I put them at an A. Now, hear me out. I put them at an A because they have unit-wise, in terms of archers, they have the crossbows, and crossbows are very effective. High damage, a little bit more accurate sometimes, and very solid unit in my opinion. And they also, like, you know, they can change it to the sword when they get close range. Very good unit. And the second very good unit they have are their knights. You know, the guys with the spears on the horses, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good in my opinion. They're not as good as, like, let's say an Empire horseman fully upgraded, but they do the job right. You know, they're kind of compared to the Khuzait. So the Khuzaits, you can either get a horseman like a regular one with a spear, or you can get one with the with a bow, right? You can choose. And that's kind of how it compare. Like the Khuzait one, if you were to get it with just the spear, kind of compares to the one in Vlandia. And Vlandia also has a very nice position on the map. I feel like it's in my opinion, it's very weird because the Khuzaits have the right side of the map, so they never really lose it, right? So they do a good job. They also have a good horsemen, so they're very good, right? Now, that's kind of why I put Vlandia at A, because they're not as good as the Khuzaits, but they're very close. They have good horsemen. They spawn on the other side of the map, next to kind of weaker opponents, in my opinion, the same way the Khuzaits do. So they're kind of like, you know, they're kind of almost there. They just don't have horse archers. You know what I mean? They might. I don't know if no, they don't. They don't. But if they had horse archers, they would be an S, right? I think horse archers is the only thing that's keeping Khuzaits at the S level, in my opinion. But Vlandia always is good. Has a very good position on the map. And very good units, you know. Again, if the Aserai had a little bit better units, they would be in an A as well, but they don't. But they have a good position on the map. Battania, they only got the archers. They have a terrible position on the map. Southern Empire, kind of okay position. They always kind of just do good in my gameplays. But, you know, it could be a B or a C. Western Empire, yeah. Sturgia, very surprising because they have a very nice position on the map, but at the same time, they just don't hold their own for some reason. Now, last one we have is the Northern Empire. I want to put them at a D. I'm gonna put them at a C, but I want to put them at a D. And you know what? I'll put it at a D. Call it a D plus. Call it a 69.5, whatever. Just it's a D plus in my opinion. Why? Because they just terrible position on the map. They kind of they always do kind of like how Western Empire does. Like they have the same army format. They just have a very very bad position. And if enough of the people around them start wars at good times, or as soon as one war stops, another war starts, they're every single side they're just cornered in. They didn't get very good luck when it came to positioning, in my opinion. And they've always done very bad in my games. So that's why I put them at a D. But looking over the list, I think I am satisfied. Again, these can move, and this can move, in my opinion. These are just like maybes. Like I'll put them in the middle right here if I could, right? And I'll put this one in the middle if I could. But yeah, that's my tier list. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. Let me know why, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. But if you guys enjoy this, let me know if you guys want me to do like a unit one or a different one. Always down to do it. Like always, I got the Discord, got the Patreon. Go check that out. Got the second channel, playing different games on there. So if you want to see some different games, some older games, some classics, go check it out. But without further ado, stay safe.